Greatest honor I've ever received as a player is, in my 4th year and my 5th year, I was named team captain. That, to this day, is the single greatest achievement I've ever had as a football player. Because the men in this room chose me to lead their team. And these were my best friends. These were the guys that knew that I liked to work, that knew that I loved football, that knew that I loved to play, that knew that I wanted to be the quarterback for Michigan. And all the lessons that I learned here on State Street and in the big house, that's still what I bring to practice today. And after 14 years, I love the game more than I've ever loved it. But where did I learn the love for the game? Where did I learn to practice? Where did I learn to compete? It was sitting in the same chairs that you guys are sitting in today. When I'm playing football, I appreciate it. I'm nowhere else. I'm in the present. It's probably the best part about my life is that to be in the present. You talk about how do you enjoy your life? How do you find balance, right? It's to live in the present. To live like a kid. Like, why do kids have so much fun? Because they just care about what they're doing. And if we thought about what we were doing all the time, you do that when you're on the football field. It's probably the only place that I can really do that, when I really, truly am my authentic self. I mean, a lot of people see it, my close friends do. But when I'm on the football field, it's just raw.
I just love the game. And I think that has always felt like transcended, so many things for me. It never feels like practice to go to practice. It feels like fun. I get to go out and play football with my friends. And of course, I'm not hitting every single day, which I know is hard for a lot of guys. That wear and tear is tough. For a quarterback, we get to go, we're playing football. And every time I walk in the locker room, I go, God, I walk out to practice, I see these guys working hard on the field or in the parking lot. And I go, man, now that's working. They have jobs, I feel like in so many ways I don't have a job. I've just got to love what I do. And because of that, it makes me want to just keep doing it. So it's a sport. I mean, I get to play football for a career. And I don't think there's anything I could have dreamed of that would be better than that.
I struggled at the early part of my career. Like, I was never the first guy chosen.
Yeah.
So I think that part is just, it's in me, it's deep, and it's there, and it's not going anywhere. And the foundation of where I was, who I am, where I started, where I'm at now is a reflection of so many things and situations, occurrences that had to happen. Success is one thing, being a good dad, being a good husband, being a good friend, that's really important to me too. Relationships, I'm someone that cares about people, my relationships. I'm very much an introvert, I don't like a lot of this, even though you think you run out in the field in front of 70,000 people. To walk through the mall, it would just freak me out.
I was a backup quarterback on an 0-8 freshman high school team. I didn't even play. We didn't win a game, and I couldn't even get on the field. I was kind of a late bloomer, recruited to Michigan late, started as a 7th quarterback. Had to work really hard to even play. Thought, oh man, I'll make being pro football. Got drafted in the 6th round. No one thought I'd make the team.
So that drives you.
Yeah, it still does. I mean, I think now it's like, wait a minute, now you guys want me to stop playing? No, this is when I'm having fun. Now is the time where I get to do, really enjoy it. I always had a lot of belief in myself, and I always tell a lot of young quarterbacks, you don't believe in yourself. Why do you think those guys who are looking at you are going to believe in you? When you step in that huddle, they better look at you and go, man, that guy's ready to get the job done. Because if they don't see that, then they're going to start questioning, oh my God, I don't think that guy can get the job done. So you got to believe in what who you are, what you do, what you bring to the team. And then if you do that, they're going to feed off that as well. When you're younger, you maybe accept at a lower standard. I think as you get older, you realize you've seen the best. I played with Hall of Famers. I played against Hall of Famers. You see the best, and that's what you aspire to be every day. So how do you deal with frustrations when it's less than that? When you score, I said earlier this year, we scored a few games where we scored 38 points. We should have scored 50. I was frustrated. Before we scored 13 points and we won, I was happy because you guys would give up 7 points or no points, So I think that's a little bit of a difference. And I think just managing my overall, positive outlook, which I try to have, but there's a lot of daily frustrations.
When you're trying to become successful, you should be focused on you and figuring out what it is that you need to do and go about your life as if you are the best version of you, because you want to be constantly learning, growing, and understanding what it is that you can possibly do, know what you're capable of. You should always be wanting to be better than you were the day before, constantly figuring out what it is that you need to do to improve your life so that you can be better and better every single day, every moment. You want to try to improve upon what you have done and think what is possible. Think about how you can possibly be better and imagine what it is that you can do and figure out a great path for you to go down. Because once you find something that you're truly passionate about and truly love, anything is possible. You can chase your dreams and you can chase your aspirations, but it's all about wanting to do it and going out there and just starting. That is one of the hardest things to do when it comes to becoming successful. Just starting, getting your foot down and moving forward, because so many people are going to be telling you what to do, how to do things, and where to go, and what to make happen, and what you should be doing, when in actuality, none of that really matters, and it's all up to you. Because at the end of the day, it's up to you, and you are the one in charge of living your life and making stuff happen. Because if you're not making your goals happen, you're making somebody else's. So you should constantly be striving to be what you want to be. Don't listen to what other people want you to do, but do what you know is necessary and do what you love and what you're passionate about.
I care about the guys that I've played with, the guys that are in the locker room. I'm trying to help them, reach their potential in their career. If I can help them in any way, that's a great benefit to me. I had you to look up to. I had Willie to look up to. I had Teddy to look up to. I had Drew Bledsoe to look up to. Lawyer Malloy, all the great players that I saw. And I was lucky to play with those guys. Now they're looking at me in the same way. So what can I do to help them? What advice can I give them? How can I sit down with them and help them be a better player?
I wasn't blessed with a lot of things that they wrote about. They want someone tall, they want someone fast, they want someone strong, they want someone that can, have all these physical traits. But I didn't have all those physical traits at the time. So I had to work to develop other traits, leadership, perseverance, determination, work ethic, discipline. And then you get to be a professional athlete and everyone's really talented. Well, what other skills have you developed? You can't just rely anymore on being the most gifted, being the most talented. What other things have you been able to develop? And I was fortunate to be in very competitive environments. I'm not going to bring the typical, what you're looking for, but if you give me time to develop, I can develop into something that could, be a great leader of a team and be very disciplined and set the tone and, great work ethic. And those were things that I enjoyed then, and I still enjoy those things now.
I still got to prove it to myself. I know that I got a great routine. I'm 41. I'm still feel like I can do everything I always did. And I want to continue to do it. I want to do it when I'm 45. And I think when you learn, I always say once you know the right way, you can't unknow the right way. So me trying to perform and, like I said, the routines that I have and how to prepare my body physically, that's not going to regress. It's only going to get better. And I think it's gotten better over the course of my career. So if those guys can learn from me, that's what I want. It's always going to be better. That's what life should be about. You look at other people who do things and you aspire to be better than that. And hopefully you give them tools to start at a much better place than you started at, so they can ascend higher. And that's how you keep evolving. So I think that's a great thing.